The only one I think we're waiting on is Leah.
Did I ask for the budget to be on the agenda, or is it?
Last month we talked about it.
Okay,
But we can,
that's fine.
yeah, I mean, if there's no
I just don't remember what I
discussion
was-
tonight, we can
Yeah, I don't remember. what I
skip
was.
over.
I think I just wanted to figure out where we were.
It's really tough. And Kyle, can you hear us?
I can.
Okay, thank
Can
you.
hear me?
Yep.
Excellent.
Well, Christina, it was like blinding us, so she.
Oh, she
shut
did.
down. I couldn't put you on it. That's why I went got coffee. I find that earlier today, stuff didn't work.
It's just- So Martin, we do have a quorum, so whenever you do want.
Okay, sorry, I'm ready.
Oh, no, it's.
All right,
I want to jump in and do roll call before you.
yeah, that's okay. Okay, we can call it to order at 5:45.
Okay, roll call. Chair Martin Gilmore,
Here?
Vice Chair Kyle Conrad,
Here.
Reese Adams. Here. Erica Kriesel. Here. Say it right this time. Leah Moran and Stacy Potash are not here. Shane Smith
Here.
and Councilmember Chelsea Municamp is not here. Inglewood Public School Liaison, Emily Ancona. Here. And staff, we have Director Christina Underhill, Library and Cultural Arts Manager Bethany Lafferty, and Event Supervisor Tony Arnoldy. Thank you.
Okay. First thing is the approval of the minutes.
Oh, and Leah just arrived. I'm sorry, Mark.
That's okay. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Move to approve the minutes. Second. Sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. No public comment today. Let's go on to new business with the budget. I don't remember why we put this on the agenda. I'm sorry.
We can,
I think I just wanted to see where we were for the rest of the year. I think we, and I didn't get that done before the meeting today. Shall we,
and,
go ahead.
well, and I was gonna say, and Councilmember Municamp just arrived. Sorry.
So maybe we can push that off until next month.
Okay.
Does anybody have anything to say about this budget? Okay. Holiday tree lighting and holiday market artist grant selection. Let's see. Do we have to select someone, or these are the people? Oh, yeah. So we need to select one out of this group.
Two, right? They're selecting two.
Selecting two. All right.
So my plan is for the one that you all could select, I'll reach out to them and offer them a deep discount, so they can still be part of the.
Okay.
So It won't be obviously fully covered like it would from the grant, but I think come close.
Okay. So we have enough people here tonight to vote and select the artists. Julie Kitzes, does anybody know? Is that how you say it?
I'm
David,
not sure how.
okay, David Nye and Teresa Nonco. So first,
Is there any other information on Teresa? It says I've submitted my entry already.
So, she said she had attached 3 photos. I only received 1. I've sent her an email and I left a voicemail. Did not get a response.
Was there a second entry though at all?
No,
Okay.
she, submitted, I think, just her application and realized she hadn't attached any photos. So then she submitted her application a second time with the photo. So that's where the 2 submittals came into. It was
Well,
just
where's
same
the
application.
first one that has the information about the art and the product on it?
That's all that she had.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying.
it says that there's another one, so I was just curious.
Let's see.
Was that because she submitted her application originally and without photos, and then she probably resubmitted with
Yeah.
photo?
But it says I've submitted my entry, I forgot to attach my photos, so I'm assuming there's another one that says more about like what the art is.
So what I'm going to do, her personal information, I'm just going to read it to you,
That works.
actually, and I'm sharing screen.
Yeah, I can't read it.
Okay, so, let's see what it. So what? Is that, oh, and that's, right one, is it? It's Teresa that you're talking
Yeah,
about?
Teresa.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I uploaded the wrong one and did not do the first one. I'd have to go in on the website to do this.
That's all right. I was just curious.
My apologies. She's the one who had the cork ornaments and
That one's probably more similar. Yeah, it just didn't have a description of like the rest of it.
what else she does.
Yeah.
okay. I like all of these.
Yeah.
Does anybody have thoughts about the 2 to select?
There's one only from Englewood. Yeah. Devin. Yeah. 7-9.
She's the only one from Inglewood.
That name's familiar. We had her before.
That's what I was thinking too. I wondered that myself.
Like over the
Yes.
summer, maybe?
I remember the images.
Do we want to offer grants to folks from outside of Inglewood instead?
So my one thought is when we did advertise for the grants, we did not, yeah, that they had to be Inglewood resident.
Okay,
And that's something, if you do grants into next year, that we could add, but at this point, do you
Okay.
agree, Christina?
Yeah. I think next year we'll specify
Yeah.
what residents
Okay.
are eligible.
That's fine.
okay. Well, I think we should definitely nominate David.
Yeah, I like both what Julia and Deba have. Submissions.
Yeah, I think their submissions were comprehensive.
I would agree with the first two.
All right, so I'll make a motion to nominate Julie Kitsis and Deva Nye for the grants for the holiday market.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Nice.
Cool, and then for the, I'll make a note to change that for the future, that it's for business. Okay. All right. Any more thoughts about holiday tree lighting, holiday market?
I just have a quick question on the holiday market. Like, how are the submissions for that one coming? Are you getting some activity? That's good.
Yeah, a lot of the other markets are coming, and then the other market vendors, and excuse me, from the bazaar, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm hoping I won't have much, but they still want to come.
Oh, sure.
And some fun ones like pottery and stuff like that. So
Good.
the biggest thing I'm waiting on right now is to connect with Dudley from the guild to make sure that I have some indoor spaces, because sometimes it's precious gems or metals or pottery that they're like, I don't want it outside. And so that's they'll only come if they have an inside option. So still kind of waiting to see, because he was waiting, the last time we talked, we were still waiting on the circle spaces, because Redline could have, and if he was gonna have the extra space for the guild. So not sure where that's at with things, but I'll reach out to him again. I told him I'll reach out to him in October, so it's here now. I'll reach out to him again to see if we have some indoor options, but I think we'll have quite a few vendors. We did last year as well.
That's what I thought.
Is that it's on the 2nd, right? December 2nd.
The first Saturday of December.
Is that the?
Okay.
It's the 2nd. I have it in my calendar. Oh wait, yes.
All right, great. Moving on, murals and mason jars update. I heard from Lindsay, I think she's painting.
Yeah.
So we're doing it.
They posted it on.
Yeah, and they asked for the check, so the check's going out to her tomorrow.
Cool.
So it should be going. And the event is on the 14th, I believe, is that? I'm going to be out of town. Okay. Kyle, will you be here on the 14th?
Let me double check real quick. I think I am.
I'll be here. I was gonna go.
Okay. It'd be great if somebody from the commission could go.
The 14th of this month?
Yes.
What time is it at again?
It's
We all
okay. It's
have
not
this.
really fine.
Like 2 or 3?
Where is he? It's like all around.
Yeah, all around, yeah.
It is.
I've been
Mine,
talking to the checks.
I'll be here.
Okay,
And the check, it's arranged for Lindsay to pick up on Friday.
okay, great.
To give to Julie.
That's all I've been talking to her about. I forgot to ask her.
1 to 6 p.m. on Saturday, October 14th at 101 West Floyd Avenue behind Felt.
Okay. Hi.
It looks like they have quite a few vendors and stuff, so it looks like it's gonna be great.
Great, by Devils.
Tickets are $2.
Yeah, I'm sorry to miss it. Yeah, cool. I'm looking forward to seeing all that.
Oh, it's just right up the street.
Any comments or thoughts about that?
Mark, do you want to ask Lindsay to have like an official booth there at this event, or do we just want to stop by and just visit with people for a little bit and head home?
I don't know if we need a specific booth unless people want to sit there, but the times that we've had the booth in the past, we've gotten very few people to stop by. I guess we can if we want to. I think
I'm neutral on it. I just know that the event has had booths there for artists. Like last year, they had stations outside the mural that was being painted at
okay.
over here at Blue Tile. But I'm happy to just stop by if that's all we feel like is needed for our group.
Yeah, I think just stopping by, and if there's a time when they're going to do a presentation, as long as we can be there for that.
Okay.
I'll talk to her about it. See what she
wants. CC me on, and then I can connect with Lindsay too and ask her if she needs anything else.
Okay. But I don't know if we want to commit to manning a booth the whole event. So.
No, I'm totally happy to stop by. That's great.
All right. Let's do that. Unless anybody wants to volunteer to sit in the booth.
I'll stop by. I was gonna go. I don't really want to sit there all day.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the median art update.
So this will be kind of a quick update. We're still working with CDOT. Public Works has a contact at CDOT, and we've been asking questions and getting some answers. It seems like a simple process with them, but it's just trying to get them to respond back to us. So that's happening. And then also Debbie's been working with the attorney's office for the contract review and making sure we've got everything covered in the contract for now and the future. So hopefully that'll be coming back to us this week or next. I know both artists, Rainbow Point, it's finished at the end of this month.
Yeah.
Brighton.
Yeah.
So mid-October, it'll become available to us. And so it's still all a work in progress, kind of slow in some aspects, and we're just kind of waiting on the others. So we hope to get them. I'm going to put a new install date, maybe November, if weather cooperates with us. I'd be shocked if it happens this month, but we're still early in the month. Like we could find out next week everything's good to go, and we'll set up installs as soon as possible. So yeah.
When it's done in Brighton, will it come to Englewood and it'll be here in storage somewhere, or does it stay there until?
It'll stay with her until.
Oh, okay, with the artist, okay.
We're going to try, I think, to do the install almost at the same time.
Okay.
That works.
Yeah, the hope would be, it sounds like she has staff that would come down to do the install, and so 2 people can install it. So they just need to get bolted to the concrete pad and then it'll be done. So.
Great.
Like I said, it's a real slow process and then it should happen really fast.
We should huddle up after it's all like installed and see if we can do some like lessons learned.
Yeah.
Like for the next time, you know?
Yeah.
Like for big pieces like this, we might have like a smoother process along.
That'd be a
Yeah.
good
One
idea.
thing I know for a fact, I know not to CDOT, but CDOT's very hard to work with. Just like redoing the landscape in the medians where we're gonna put the art was a 9-month process. Just from, here's our plans, can you let us know if these are okay, to actually starting the work on it. So that's our biggest challenge. I think if we bought art today and said, let's put it in the circle, we'd have it in by Friday.
Yeah, right.
Sort of thing. So yeah, but I think that's a great idea since this is kind of our first, as a commission, big purchase for some art to
And
install.
now we'll have a contract in place.
Yes.
And we
Yeah.
can kind of just fill in the blanks.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
With it.
It should be smoother moving forward, but yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
The other thing that I wanted to ask about that is, I guess once we find what the install date is, do we want to have a little event of some sort, a little christening event for the artwork or something?
We cannot have it in the median.
No. One time I tried to walk out there just to look at the concrete pads, and I was like, no way, I'm not doing that. It's just, there's no way I'm walking out there. But just somewhere around just to.
Could even just do like the atrium downstairs
Yeah.
or something.
Something like that. We can, for December or something.
Yeah.
And if the art doesn't go in November, then we can push it off.
Although, like, depending upon when it goes in, we could also maybe even have somebody take a couple pictures of it and display it at the holiday market and do like a,
Oh, yeah.
you know, just like a
Announcement.
announcement. Thank you.
Is this something that they do in like the middle of the night or something because of the?
It'll depend what
Traffic.
CDOT tells us
Okay.
to do.
Oh,
The hope
right.
is we don't have to do traffic control plans. Both pieces can be carried
Okay.
to it versus having to shut down traffic and
Yeah.
crane it in or anything like that. So the hope is we don't have to do traffic control because the expenses go to
Yeah.
the roof at that point. So it could be a night. It could be during the day.
Yeah.
We could go, so we could go.
We could go.
Broadway was all day today,
Oh, yeah, just shut it down.
just one lane,
Yes.
because they're repaving. So if we just did the number one lane closest to the median.
Kill two birds.
And have our party out there.
Yeah. We'll have a party on the other side of the
Sounds
street.
Everybody gets a nice yellow vest to wear.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be big, but just something to
Yeah, it'd be
like mark
nice.
that we
Yeah.
got it done. And I agree, we should get together and figure out the process, because I think we'll have to do it again.
Yeah.
It's next year for that other median, so. Cool, well, exciting stuff.
I do have one other item related to Cafe. So I got an email from Cafe. Our subscription is getting ready to expire. It's on a yearly basis. To renew it is $150 for a year. If we let it expire, the next call that we do, we start all over with the setup fee of $175, and the initial first call will be $300 versus $250. So it really is worth
Oh, yeah.
best interest to do the $150 renewal.
That's probably.
And when is that renewal?
When is it?
Yeah.
The end of October.
Oh.
Okay,
then
so we need
I'll
to-
motion to spend the money to renew it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Sorry, I should have waited a little longer. Great. Art maintenance. Leah, your spreadsheet is super great. I've been trying to put everything else into it.
Into all those photos.
And I haven't been able to do it. Yeah, we had trouble opening the photos today.
Oh, really?
That's okay.
I should have brought
We'll
my.
sort it out. Where to go? Oh, no.
We
Sorry.
definitely did go stand out on the median and take pictures,
Yeah.
but it was a Sunday morning. It was not that busy. We were very
I
careful.
was gonna say it looked like you.
I was like, we're gonna get in so much trouble. We were just waiting for someone from the city to drive by.
Yes, I like the format that you put together, and I think we'll try to put everybody's information into that
Okay.
format, just so that we have it in the future and we can kind of keep it rolling forward when we have a list. Thanks, Erica, for looking at yours. Thanks, Shane, for looking at yours. Let's just, I looked at the stuff in the library and in this building, and it's all fine. It's,
Did you
like,
find the little bear in the library?
I didn't, is that what I found there was the.
It's dressed as a ghost right now.
Oh. I found the
Oh,
sheet metal one that's behind glass, and then the bronze one, and both those look fine. We have the gargoyle and the stairs that was on this old city hall, that one looks fine too. It looks like the ones, Shane, you said all the ones you looked at.
Yeah, all the ones that I looked at the golf course were fine. And then I did the one too at Duncan Park, but it looked like somebody got better pictures too.
Okay.
This one's Duncan Park.
It's by Bellevue almost, it's like almost to Bellevue.
It's like
I
Clarkson.
don't know if that was us, Logan. Or is that the one that has the Denver Urban Gardens?
No, it's down south.
There's just one
Okay, that was-
piece on it, it's like near the Sherwood's church.
Yeah, Eric, I got
Oh, yeah.
pictures today.
Did you assign me some? I checked out for 2 months if you didn't notice, so.
Yeah.
No, I knew you were.
I did know, I did
I'm
notice.
back and I'm in.
I was like, where's Reese? I haven't run into her on the streets of Englewood.
That's how you know I was
I
out.
couldn't edit the document though,
I've been
were we
playing
supposed to go
bars.
in and
No,
edit it?
that's, we'll get it sorted out. No, you did fine. That's, I just have to figure out how to do this. I'm slow with all these Google.
Cause I feel like we did ours right before the block
Yeah.
party.
Yeah, it's been.
Because one of the horses were like, this is bad, cause
Yeah.
we could pick it up and we didn't pick it up and move it. And then I noticed the next day I was like, it's gone.
Yeah, it got picked up, yeah.
We got it.
Okay, good. I was like,
That night.
I'm like, we have photographic proof that it was there.
Yeah.
The one in front of that,
Purple
like
Haze.
smoke shop. Purple
Oh,
Haze.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about those in a second. It looks like the the red wedges, the watermelons have need graffiti removal, some paint and cleaning is what you said.
Yeah, they weren't bad. I mean, other than, it was funny because I don't think I realized that it was green. Because from far away, if the sun hits it right, it looks white, and I thought it was supposed to be like that. And then when we got closer, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, it's definitely graffiti. Is that something the city can do, like graffiti removal?
Yeah, I'll talk to our parks guys,
Okay.
do a lot of graffiti removal in the parks. I'll see if they have anything to wipe that off.
Do you think the paint needs done because it's fading, or is it damaged?
I don't think that, I mean, there were some chips and
And
such, but
we
not.
just, last year, the year before, actually had maintenance done on the red wedges.
Yeah, I honestly think it needs like a good scrubbed out.
Scrub down, okay,
Like, I did not think that it needed to be repainted.
okay. Trees trimmed around the cone flowers, you said.
Yeah, because
It's hard to find them.
Stacy and I were standing right next to him and she's like, where are these flowers? I'm like, look up.
Okay, so it looks like most stuff just needs cleaning.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Cool, and Erica, want to talk about the one at Duncan Park that you looked at?
It's not terrible. There's just a lot of scratches on it. And I think it's partially because it's something that can be played with, like it's sort of a toy.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think it needs attention?
I mean, maybe eventually, but probably not right now.
Okay,
I think it'll just get probably messed up more over the winter and then maybe
Okay.
next spring.
maybe look at it. So,
Look at it.
okay. Oh yeah, I see them.
It could definitely be wiped down, but I don't think it needs to be painted.
In terms of cleaning the art, is that something that the city can do, or do we need to find somebody to do that? Or do we need to pay for that?
Like our park staff will probably just do the hot seat, the power wash on it. I'd be a little hesitant to use that because it could damage it further,
Okay.
not knowing. It may make sense to make the list and get a quote from AMPA or whoever exists to do
Yeah,
art
yeah.
restoration.
The GAMPA exists.
Can we just go there with a spray bottle?
Yeah, we could, yeah. I guess that's something. I would suppose like some of that stuff, I think you have to know the materials
Yeah.
if you mess them up. There is a art restoration, an art person here in Englewood that we had come look at the Swedish horses. If we want to have him go look at some of those pieces and give suggestions, we could do that too. If he'd be willing to do it. So the red wedges, maybe have him go look at that. Let's see. Does anybody have thoughts on any of them? Should we have him look at the one at Duncan Park too?
I don't think so.
Cool. Well, he's my neighbor, so I can talk to him and see if he'll just go over and look at it and put together an estimate. That work for everybody? I don't think he'll charge us anything to look at it, but I won't have him do it if he charges us something. I'll ask everybody here first. Any more thoughts about art maintenance and all of that?
I feel like most of the stuff we looked at looked pretty good.
I didn't look at any of the MOA stuff yet. I don't know. I might go do it just to give them a heads up, but if there's something that I think we need to look at, but I just didn't go to it.
Martin, I'll have your neighbor look at the red wedges.
Okay.
I won't have Parks touch it until maybe
Okay.
he looks at it,
Okay.
because I don't want them to do something that would remove all the paint.
Yeah,
Now we have to
Now we have.
Now I have to start over.
Yeah, it's metal. Okay, I'll text it later.
I have a random question. On the neon art work, are they doing it, is it like high enough that the rocks and stuff from the street?
Yeah, I mean, those are raised, I mean, anything's possible. A car could hit it, we don't know.
Right, but like normal street grub
It
won't.
should be okay. It is nice because they are just raised somewhat. They won't be hit too often. But
Have to work hard to hit them. Never say
Anything's
never. Never
possible.
say never.
Their windshield from rocks.
Are they raised as high as like the grass sculpture? That's pretty
They're
high.
pretty similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
maybe
that,
a little
I
higher.
was actually surprised. I was like, oh, I didn't realize like how high that was. You don't
Yeah.
notice it when you're driving by. It's because it's like at eye level.
Yeah,
So,
it'll be a cool spot for that
Yeah.
event, but I think it's high enough, it'll be pretty much out of the way. So, and there's big rocks on either side of it, so. Not to say they couldn't hit it, but they'd have to really work hard to do it.
Yeah.
What about even just like winter chemicals, de-icer and that type stuff? Would that start breaking down, like the paint?
The artist should know that, but that might be a question we ask, 'cause
Maybe, it seems like it might be high enough for that, although it's gonna be
I
splashing, so.
Agree. They're kind
Even
of,
so, it's up pretty high,
they're protected somewhat.
yeah.
I mean, the plants are surviving in these medians, like they looked pretty good this last summer. So if they're making it and survived after being planted, then it came winter and then they were hit with everything, and then they made it, so I think the art would be okay.
the
Yeah.
plants can do it.
The plants can do it, the art can do it.
Yeah, well, maybe it just comes up to having to get out and clean it or something.
Yeah, that might be all that has to happen.
Cool. All right, on to the Swedish horse relocation. So we had talked about, Bethany had talked about the little nook in the library. Have you all seen that? It's kind of like around the corner. And there is like a really good spot there to put the Swedish horses if the library would be open to it. And I think we probably fit maybe even 4 of them in that little shelf. And then maybe the other 2 could go just across the way with the Cherylin cart. I'm not sure who we have to talk to do that.
Like,
Us.
just facilities,
Okay.
yeah, if you guys say, let's put them there, we can put them in there.
I think that would be a cool place to put them. They would be on display and kind of out of the,
I
More
agree.
protected, yeah.
more protected. They all kind of need a little bit of touch up and stuff, but they're probably okay to put on display
Yeah.
now if we wanted to. It's just like small little paint chips and all that could be repaired, and that could be a discussion for later. I just feel like we should try to get them out of it's very nice of the parks people to have stored
I
them
know.
for so long,
I
but
agree.
I'd like them to be on display and out of that facility if possible.
Yeah.
So Bethany, I don't know if you're here listening, but would that be possible to move those Swedish horses into the library?
Yeah, absolutely. And you're talking about that kind of like windowed area that looks out onto the lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a perfect spot. And
Cool.
it would be great to have them in there.
Okay. Well, I think we would like to do that if I guess we'll make a motion and see, but does everybody want to do that?
Yeah.
Anybody opposed to that idea?
The only thing is, I think maybe some of them, depending on where they are, there might have to be some maintenance for where they were sitting from like a trip hazard.
Oh,
Yeah.
from their current locations.
Yeah.
I'll follow up, the bolts should have been cut already.
Okay,
But I'll make sure that did happen.
okay.
Did you see one that was not cut? So,
I thought the one by the
By the,
smoke shop,
I
but
thought I saw that too, but I don't.
okay,
I could be
I guess I did.
conflating.
Cool.
Okay, we'll get the horses moved.
Okay, cool.
We need to make a motion to do that, probably not.
As long as no one disagrees, you don't need to make a motion.
Okay, cool.
Ready?
Great.
It's probably more, just a little side note, it's probably more cost effective to redo them all versus even touch them up.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
So,
Let's put them on display.
yeah, let's display them and
Yeah.
cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay. Cool. Bethany, we're gonna bring those horses to the library.
You're getting horses, you're now a rancher.
And just let me know if you can, like when you want them to arrive there. Because
Okay.
I think we need to make sure we clean out that platform. It's
Okay.
probably dusty, and we'll make sure it gets cleaned beforehand.
Yeah, Beth, I'll work with you in the parks group to move those over when the library's ready for them. We'll do it this month or the next couple of weeks, for sure.
Great.
What's your next, do you have any?
She'll talk about it tonight. Yeah.
Cool. Any other comments about Swedish horses? I think we just leave the other ones until they come loose. Then we can,
The library will become the corral.
yeah.
Perfect.
I think we should have the kids at the school build little Cherylin carts for each one. No.
Wood shop.
They can pull. Cool. Upcoming events.
On the 21st, we have the fall market during the day and trunk or treat at night. So that's always fun. And then we're already gearing up for the bazaar that takes place the first Saturday in November. And then of course the tree lighting in December. So we have Turkey Fest, partnering with Outreach, Excalibur Outreach. So they get the donation of turkeys and side dishes. So we'll be giving out uncooked, we're hoping somewhere between at least 50, but we're hoping to do 75 uncooked turkey dinners for those in need that we'll be able to pick them up from 11 to 1 that day. And then the rest will just be fun and some activities and games and turkey-esque type festivities. So yeah, still a lot going on and excited for it all.
If you know any families that may need some help for the holidays, reach out to
Send them my way.
Did the library have an event?
Oh, Beth, do you want to talk about the upcoming art exhibit? I will talk about it.
Sorry.
Okay, go
Sorry,
ahead.
I was too far away from my button to press the speaker. Oddly enough, the upcoming found objects art exhibit in the library, one of the artists that you guys were discussing earlier, Julie, something with a K, I don't know how to pronounce her last name off the top of my head. She's actually going to be in our upcoming art exhibit. But I actually only have, I think 3, maybe 4 artists for the found art. The last call for artists that we did for the exhibits, we got a ton of people for the community one and a ton of photography people, but only a few people for found art. So I'm going to try to do like a last kind of minute call for that, and wanted to see if I might be able to piggyback onto any mailing list you guys have for any additional artists, because I think of the people I have, there's probably only about, I don't know, 6 to 8 pieces, which is kind of low number for the exhibits in the library. So just trying to look for a couple more people to try to add. And if anybody has anyone in particular, because I did send out a couple like invitation directly to other artists that I knew kind of had artwork in this kind of style, but never heard back from them. So if there's anyone in particular that you know that uses like recycled materials for artwork or something like that, that I can reach out to directly with an invitation to participate, that would be great. Otherwise, just kind of a general, just kind of email that I've put together, that because I was going to send out another one via the library, but that doesn't necessarily always hit art-focused individuals.
Beth, will you please, this is Tony, will you please send me your call? Because I have a couple of vendors / artists that were at the block party that I think might be a decent fit.
Okay, yeah, that would be great.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, because like I don't need a ton more, because I usually can only kind of accommodate about up to probably 8 to 10 people total. So I don't want to get too overwhelmed by doing a really big call. So if we have a few focused people, that might be the best way to go.
Yeah, I'm thinking of 3.
Okay, that would probably be pretty good. And then if we do the email through the library, that does usually hit a few people. Then it won't be too many.
Yeah,
I'll do that, Tony.
Perfect. I just want to be specific about how much space they would have, like how big of a piece and what you're actually looking for.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great.
Perfect, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
That's pretty much it that I've got.
Great, appreciate it. Any other events? All right, staff's choice.
No updates here. I think we've given all ours.
Yeah, I have just one. On Monday night, City Council passed the budget for the following year, including our art and public places allocation, which is around $35,000 for 2024. So that one's done. On to the next. And if you have any questions about the budget, let me know.
It's all based off of the capital improvement fund, and there's multiple capital improvement funds,
Yeah.
but there's only one art and public places come from, and there's some significant projects being funded this next year out of that, so that's why you're getting a nice increase.
Yeah.
I would like to know more about that, like how that is
It's
derived. 1% of the total, I
Yeah.
believe.
So if you have
But it's
$100
only
million in there, you get 1% of
But it's
that.
only certain parts of the public improvement fund, I think, isn't
I
it?
think it's capital improvement fund.
Capital improvements.
PIF always has more money, and I was begging to come out of both funds, and they said you can't.
Okay, I'm looking at this says PIF, but I might have it wrong.
We can verify
Okay.
it, but yeah. Capital improvement unfortunately doesn't have as much as the public improvement
Yeah.
fund does, but yeah, we'll verify that.
Oh,
But
yeah, you're right.
Nonetheless, we're getting quite a bit more
Yeah,
versus like the 8,000-9,000 that
Right.
we've received annually for the last few years.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
amazing. Okay. Well, we'll be able to do some murals.
Oh, one other thing. So with our boards and commissions, we're trying to reduce our paper usage to be more sustainable. So if you would like a printed agenda, let Debbie know. Otherwise, we will share the agenda on the screen, and obviously it gets emailed to you in advance. So in efforts to not print as much paper annually, we're doing that as staff as well as with our boards and commissions. So just let her know if you do want an agenda. There's nothing wrong with that. We won't judge.
Cool. Thanks. Commissioner's choice. Me neither. All right, well, let's adjourn at 6:25.
Thanks, Kyle.
Bye, thank you.
Good, how are you?
Good.
Okay.
The whole crazy spot.